The special magistrate for code enforcement purposes for the city of Cocoa Beach. And we're here for today's agenda, which has several cases on it. And the first thing on my agenda will be the approval of the minutes of February 21st, 2024. And I'm going to approve those minutes. The Attorney General requires that the minutes be taken and approved for these types of hearings. That having been done, let me just make a few introductory comments. Before we begin, obviously we're operating in the sunshine. The public's invited to attend these meetings. I think they're being either broadcast or recorded, one or the other. And the city of Cocoa Beach adheres to the government in the sunshine law. And that being said, all the matters that are heard are not public hearings. They are hearings between the city and respondents, and they're not, unless a person is called by a witness by the city or a respondent, then they're not heard. So to that extent, they're not a public hearing. The way we present cases here are that the city presents its case. The respondent is free to cross-examine the city's witnesses after the city presents its initial case. The city will present a series of witnesses, and then it's up to the respondent to do likewise by presenting witnesses, argument, etc. And the city can cross-examine the witnesses of the respondents. At the conclusion of each hearing, I'll enter an oral order that will be later put into written form and will be distributed to all the parties involved. And these proceedings are implemented under the provisions of Chapter 162 of the Florida statutes and the city code of the city of Cocoa Beach. And that's the introductory statement that I'd like to make. And I hope that was clear, but we'll get things handled along the way. Okay, before we begin calling cases on the agenda, I'd like to swear in all witnesses who are present today and plan on testifying either on behalf of the city or on behalf of a respondent. So for the city, would you state your full name, please?
Casey Danielle Crawford.
Okay, you're Ms. Vose. I know you're the city attorney. Are you going to provide argument, or are you actually going to testify?
Argument.
Then you don't need to be sworn then. Yes, sir.
Steve McFarland.
Say it again.
Steve McFarland.
Steve McFarland.
Jay Casello.
Anybody else? No other witnesses? Okay, would you like to announce your presence? You look like an attorney. I hate to consult you that way, but no.
I'm Nathan Malin. I'm here for number 5 and number 6.
Okay, so you're legal counsel. You want, what law firm are you with? You want to announce your appearance?
Weederman Malik. I represent Mark South.
Okay. And you're not going to testify. You're just going to be here as counsel.
Correct.
Okay. Stand up and raise your right hand to continue. Bishop McFarland, yeah. You solemnly swear that testimony about giving the matter not hearing the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
All right, thank you. Okay, let's call our first case, which is case number 23-597. The respondent is Richard Ramsey. Is Richard Ramsey here? Is Richard Ramsey here? Is Richard Ramsey here? I've called for Richard Ramsey 3 times and he's not present. The city may proceed.
We just wanted to say that this case is now in compliance.
Okay, that may be why he's not here.
Yep.
Okay, so have you filed the affidavit of compliance and all that? So we're
Yes.
all right. Okay, the second case on the agenda is case number 23-721. The respondent is Durkheim 99 LLP. Is there anybody here from on behalf of Durkheim 99 LLP? Durkheim 99 LLP, Durkheim 99 LLP. I've called it 3 times. No one's here. You may proceed.
This case is also in compliance.
Okay. The third case are citation numbers, relate to citation numbers 24004 and 24005. The respondent is Matt Sazfran. I hope I said that right. Sazfran? Is this case in compliance?
No.
Okay, then is the respondent here? Is the respondent here, whose name I didn't pronounce correctly? Is Mr. Matt Sazfran here? Okay, I've called 3 times. The respondent is not here. You may proceed.
Can I enter evidence?
Sure, of course. This is the case file? Yes. Okay. Since there's nobody here to object, I'm going to admit the case file into evidence, and you may continue.
All right. So on February 15th, 2024, I received an email with a voicemail from Julie Johnson of Florida Department of Transportation. She stated that there was a pool company with a large amount of pool materials in the right-of-way, violating both state and local ordinances. Exhibit B, you'll see that on 2/15/24, I responded to the site, and there were in fact many building materials in the right-of-way without any safety devices or pedestrian crosswalk signals. I wrote a citation citing the violation of the city's Code of Ordinances, Section 22-3.5, abutting the public right-of-way. The owner of the company in question was not present, and I handed this citation to an employee, Mr. Bob Wink. I called Mr. Matt Safran over the phone and explained the situation to him, letting him know that he was in violation. He did not have a right-of-way permit, and even if he did, he was not using the proper safety barriers, which would have violated the permit. He told me he would move the building materials from the right-of-way. On the following day, 2/16/24, the materials remained in the right-of-way. You'll see from Exhibit D, my former boss, Robin Ryland, responded to the site, took the pictures of the building materials, again, without any safety barriers or permits, and wrote another citation. You'll see Exhibit E. Again, the owner of the business was not present, and the citation was handed to Mr. Bob Wink. We again spoke to Mr. Savran over the phone, and the building materials were removed sometime in the following days. Our chief building official, Jay Castillo, also responded to the scene and put in a stop work order due to other violations of the construction. Exhibit F shows the FDOT right-of-way agreement that the respondent failed to follow, as he did not provide any safety barriers. Exhibit G shows the emails between myself and FDOT employees, and Exhibit H shows the emails where Mr. Savran asked to come here today, because he did not want to pay the citations.
So the material in the right-of-way is removed now?
It has since been removed.
Okay. So what you're asking for is a no fine standing order?
He wanted to contest the citations, which is why we're here today. So we're just asking that he be found in violation and pay the citations.
Okay. And he's not here to contest the citation?
He is not.
And you clearly told him it was today.
Yes.
Okay. So we've got the 2 citations. They're both for the same event, the same violation, though?
It's 2 consecutive days.
2 different citation days.
Yep.
So what is the suggested penalty for these citations?
The first citation is $100, and the second citation is $200 for repeat.
All right, there being no respondent here, do you have anything further?
No.
There being no respondent present, and the city having presented competent, substantial evidence to show that there was a violation of section 22-3.5 of the city code, and that the allegations set forth in citation number 24004 and 24005 have been found to exist, then I will find that the respondent, Matt Sazfran of Poolscapes Florida, Inc., is in violation of that code, and that the fine will be $100 for citation 24004 and $200 for citation number 24005. Is there anything further on that case?
No.
Okay, and the order will be entered to that effect. All right. Next case is DSCE 24-2. The respondent is the Scott A. Rabin Revocable Trust. Scott A. Rabin, is Mr. Scott A. Rabin here? Scott A. Rabin? Scott A. Rabin? Is this one of the cases you're handling?
No.
This is not. Okay, so I've called the respondent's name 3 times, and there has been no response. You may proceed.
For this case, we're asking for a postponement, as I need my coworker, Javier Maza, to testify
Okay, and postponed to what date?
at the next hearing.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
You know what that
The
is?
second Wednesday.
Second Wednesday?
I'm so sorry.
What would we do with that?
June 12th?
Well,
June 12th? Okay.
you're faster than me. All right, I will continue this hearing till June 12th at 9 a.m. All right, next case is case number DSCE 24-21. The respondent is Mark Soff. And I believe these are the cases that you're...
Correct.
Okay, would you like to go ahead and announce your presence again?
Yes, Nathan Mullen here on behalf of Mark Soff.
Okay. And Sid, would you like to proceed?
Yes.
Okay.
May I enter evidence?
We may make things a little easier. We're asking for 90 days to come into compliance.
You're gonna be renting the place for 90 days and not paying the $500?
Well, hang on. You don't, please, no one speak unless they're called by the city or the respondent. So, is this something you all discussed before the meeting?
It is not.
No, I did not. No, I had a call.
Well, the city attorney, okay, hang on just one second. The city attorney's here. Do you want an opportunity to talk, or do you want to proceed with the case? Ms. Bose?
We don't have we haven't talked about.
Would you like an
this.
opportunity to talk and take a 10-minute break?
I think that would be.
Yeah,
Okay, we're-
we had a call set for yesterday at noon.
Well, okay, I don't, we'll reconvene at 9:25. I'll give you 10 minutes. How's that sound?
That works.
Okay.
Hi, you're Danielle? Hi. Yeah, I saw that, you know, I was writing yesterday and I said, I'll just check one more time. I saw it, I said, I'll be here. Well, they're renting it this weekend. They're operating.
But I asked them.
You're still.
Yeah, no.
Jillian, so these are microphones, right?
Yes.
But what are the different directional things? Can you direct it to pick up different, what does that do?
It just, if I play back, I can, fast
Oh,
forward,
okay, that's for
play
you,
stuff.
that's not
Yep.
for while you're recording.
Nope.
Okay, that's for when you are
When I
listening.
go back and write
Okay.
the transcript, so I, the clear audio.
Man, that's all right.
Yep, they're going all digital now.
Is that right?
Yeah. They're creating more software, The stenographers are gonna be out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I never understood how they did that.
I went to school for 3 years to do it. It only took me, under a year to learn it, but you gotta get up to speed, and that's what just took me.
The mouth, remember the mouth thing? I don't
Yeah.
understand.
I don't think they do that at all anymore.
When I was a JAG officer, I prosecuted in Berlin. We had this court reporter who was a civilian employee,
Yeah.
and Mr. Little, I forgot his name. Which is a good thing.
Yeah.
But we would we had a trial week, so we'd start at 7 in the morning on Monday and go to midnight, but the next day go to midnight, next day go to
Oh,
midnight.
wow.
And maybe clean up some stuff on Friday morning. But in any event, he would be doing the reporting the
Yeah.
entire time. And the problem was he was an alcoholic. So one time it was about 12, half past midnight, and he started
Oh, no.
just totally shaking down. And so, and he's obviously not recording anything.
Yeah.
And so I said, Judge, can we just take a break? And he was, of course, I'm the one who's in trouble for asking for the break.
Yeah.
And I go,
Yeah,
but anyway, I don't know how he did it, number one.
yeah, they're hard.
If you got issues, that's definitely not the,
It's
not the,
not, I've
not the
never,
career to take.
I've never had neck and back problems or hand problems until I started this.
Oh,
And
yeah.
now, my neck, my
Oh,
back.
you get-
I know.
You're
I know.
a child.
And I've only been doing it 3 years. So I can imagine another like 10 years, you know?
Yeah. So that guy was on his mid-40s probably, so.
Yeah. I've talked to a few stenographers, they just say you gotta just get in professional massages and stuff constantly.
You should.
know? Yeah.
Where are you from originally? Really?
Claremont, if you know where Claremont is.
Oh, yes, I
Yeah,
was
I
born
was-
in Tampa.
Oh, you were? I was born in Orlando, but Arnold Palmer. But
Yeah.
But we moved to Claremont when I was probably 11 or 12. I graduated high school there, and I moved, and now I'm in Cape Canaveral.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. I love it. I can't imagine moving back inland.
No, I can't. Florida's crazy as heck, but.
Yeah, yeah.
Says that it costs too much to.
I'm actually seeing a guy from North Carolina. I met him on vacation in St. Martin. And he's coming down here, but he wants me to eventually go up there. But I couldn't imagine leaving Florida. I've never lived anywhere else.
That wouldn't be, you know,
It's so pretty up there. I went and saw it.
you know, it's a guy,
Yeah.
5'7",
You
it's the
do?
right guy, yeah.
Oh my goodness. And sons?
But thank God, I left when I was 16.
Oh my goodness.
I would have been thinking that poor boy was not doing everything I did, you know.
How many grandkids?
They're all grandsons. 4.
They are?
Yeah, yeah. But anyway, 5 actually now.
That's good. You made up for it with the grandsons.
I love my daughters.
Oh, I'm sure.
I love my grandsons, and I'll do anything for them.
Yeah.
But my daughters are my baby.
Oh, I bet. Seven.
Pretty close to your dad's still living.
Yep, Dad's in Missouri. He was here my whole life. He's from Missouri originally. He moved back there about
Was he
3 years.
military or
As
something?
long
He
as,
was.
you know, as long as they come in compliance.
I have a feeling.
I have no problem.
So where's the guy who moved to North Carolina?
It's outside of Asheville, Marion. Yeah, it is.
Except for their
It's like
trash. Their trash cans. are
halfway
located
between Charlotte and Asheville.
Yeah, yeah.
Closer to Asheville.
in the
But
right of way.
it is. It's so beautiful. It's just so different. It's
It's
just a
different.
different life. You know, all
It's
the
a
people.
different.
There's it down on the right. So when you ride down, there's always trash.
Laura and I first got married
Every day.
in 47.
Every day there's trash.
But,
And, you know, if they put those trash cans, if the line fence, everybody
I had a
else,
group home.
that woman, South Sister,
But we thought that was gonna be the life, but when we got back south, he got down on the ground and kissed it.
Really?
When we came back from Berlin, I mean, we had fun in Berlin. It was the wall, so there was
Wow.
the, 4 sections, Russian, British, French, and us. But she got back to Candy Airport, she got down and kissed the ground too.
Really?
And we went to Huntsville, Alabama. That was cold. That's you gotta get used to that.
Yeah, my mom lived in Huntsville for a little while.
Oh, really?
Yep.
It makes it's a space community too.
Oh, is there
Yeah, that's our Vista.
It's on.
And they have a space center like Kennedy Space
a,
Center.
yeah.
Park, which is supposed to be better than
Really?
Yeah, we had an ice storm one time. We had ice on the road that went to state.
In Huntsville? Really?
Huntsville has the weirdest weather.
See, I can't
Hurricane,
imagine.
tornadoes, ice.
But if you put it in the city registry, it would be listed, but, you know, as a short-term rental.
Anyway,
I'd send that to VA.
If the guy's
They
right,
call it
that's
loan,
what
and you
he,
can
Yeah, yeah,
young lady.
yeah. Exactly. Are all your daughters married?
I don't know if they'll call it.
No.
I really don't know.
That's,
We're on,
something to look at.
and there's a lot of juries.
Oh, yeah.
Actually,
Yeah,
Find
I
someone
mean,
good,
if it gets to that point,
Find
if
someone
it
good, you
gets
gotta hold
listed,
on to them.
right.
where I can pull it up on a
It's-
public database and say,
It's
126 West Alachua is a short-term rental, I will send that to the VA loan IG, and they'll probably bother it. But, you know, until I can, until there's something,
It sounds like maybe they were thinking about using.
you know,
They
it's
should have
probably
told
not
you,
very high.
or else you
They
have to
don't
go
have to do it either, but, you know, they've been cheating the whole time. and they doing all that
Are you
construction
here in
on
Cumberland?
weekends. That's when I first called, I called
Oh, you
the
do?
building
Oh,
department,
that's
and
good.
got permits. And I
I
said,
like
there's
it.
lots of electricians and plumbers here on weekends. And then there would be, she had.
We moved over there. We lived in Little Old Deltona when I got out of the Army in '85.
Incorporated park in between. They drove all the trash cans there, and there would be
Yeah.
6
I
trash
saw
cans
my
out there
parents
on
listen
the
to
trash day. So
way too long to
construction degree.
before they got
You put
this
anything
set.
in the trash can,
So we bought them.
and just picked it up.
But there's our backyard. That's off our
So
deck.
they-
Oh, you right on the beach?
Right on the beach.
Oh.
11th floor. We
Really?
never thought we'd ever do that, you know, anyway.
Are they doing your balconies?
But they had that, they did at one time.
Did it? They're doing mine right now. I'm in off Buchanan and Cape Canaveral, right on the beach.
We're redoing our parking decks, all sorts of stuff. Now, our condo did really good about keeping
They've
that
been
this year.
less than
Like
stuff.
sun, it's mounted on
They've
the
been-
wall.
Could have done better.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
They did
$60,000.
not operate illegal.
You know,
as what is, in my term, a mini motel with multiple rooms that are separately rented, which is not permitted in the single-family district. And the city is alleging, I don't know if they're agreeing with this, that the property at 126 West Alachua Lane is also being used for that purpose. They have agreed that within 30 days, they will come in, register as a vacation rental, and get a business tax receipt for each of these facilities. They are going to stop renting after the 30 days, and the reason for allowing them to do it for 30 days is people do have reservations coming down, and we don't want to disrupt third-party vacation plans so soon to their vacation. So they will be allowed to continue doing what they're doing for 30 days. After the 30 days, they are going to completely stop the rentals. They are going to allow the city to inspect the properties without getting an administrative warrant. They will pull the appropriate permits, and they will make the appropriate changes to these buildings, assuming they want to continue using them as vacation rentals that would only allow them to be used as a proper vacation rental for one family. The city has been informed that the 126 West Alachua Lane is occupied by the owner of the property, which I guess is Mr. Soff.
Mandy
that-
Thomas, who's Mr. Soft's sister. I believe she's also an owner, is my understanding at least.
Okay,
Not quite sure.
Now, hang on, sir. Only if the city or the respondent call you as a witness.
the city does allow the owner of a property to, as long as they live there, to rent out one room. And the owner of the property will be allowed to rent out one room, which is permitted, but they will still have to get a vacation rental license for that. So they won't be permitted to operate after 30 days until they are in full compliance and the city has the opportunity to inspect to make sure it's being done properly.
Sir, does that represent your agreement?
Yeah, yes, and to be clear, we're admitting that they're being used for vacation rentals without the license, and we're going to obtain the appropriate permits as soon as possible.
Well, that was in all that.
Yes, I just want to be clear on that.
Heard that within all that.
Okay, but there
More
is,
to it, but I-
there is much more to it.
I wrote
Do you
everything.
Yes,
have any
correct.
objection?
No, I do not.
What was just said by Ms. Bose, you agree to?
Yes.
All right.
And if Your Honor would like the city to get a transcript of this,
Well, I
we
was just
will.
going to suggest
Yeah,
that we have the court reporter do as soon as you can and distribute, and you can just email it to me and the parties, an excerpt of what was just agreed to. Unless you want the entire transcript now.
I think just what we just talked
That's
about.
all I need.
That's all we
out of
need.
that. Okay. All right, then I will enter an order that implements the agreement that was just explained by Ms. Bose and agreed to by Mr.
Maloon.
Balloon. And I'll enter it as quick as I can after I get the transcript excerpt. All right?
Perfect, thank you.
All right, that's what we'll
Okay.
do.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Do you want to set day that you want the transcript?
Who's paying for this?
Are you taking the original, Mr. Moore?
So the fun little dance. Do you want-
Well, the respondent's going to be responsible for costs of the city anyway, if the city asserts that. So will you pay for the excerpt?
Do you want to split the cost, or do you want to, I guess you're going to put it on us anyways. We'll pay for the excerpt.
Okay, and that will be due, if it's expedited, it'll be when?
Expedited on your, whatever you guys, your preference. And usually it's 7 to 10 days if you want it before that. I can put whatever days, 3 days,
We can-
by Friday, by Monday.
We need it 3 days. You agree with that?
Yeah,
3 days?
3 days.
All right, thank you. All right. Is there anything else further on that case? From the city? Nope, all right. We'll go to the next case, which is case number CVPD 23-476. The respondent is Joseph Green. Joseph Green present. Joseph Green present. Is Joseph Green present? I've called for Joseph Green 3 times. Ms. Crawford, you may proceed.
So this case was previously heard, and there was an order and a Massey hearing. And so today I was hoping to enter a affidavit of compliance.
Okay. So there was an order entered, finding violation. The fine has been running. And what, you just want to order closing the file in compliance with the penalty at the established total?
So he came into compliance before the fine.
Oh, he did? Okay,
Yes.
so there's no penalty. Okay, there's no fine. All right. Then we'll enter an order closing that out, since there was one entered
Okay,
to
perfect.
begin with, imposing the penalty. All right. Is there anything further that the city'd like to bring before us today?
No, no, Your Honor.
Okay. The next, there we were. We were looking for that June 12th date. I always forget it's there. This meeting is adjourned, this hearing is adjourned, and we will meet again on June 12th, 2024. Thank you very much, y'all.
Thank you.